Why, hello, and welcome to session 6. Did we determine this was session 6?
Session 6,
Yes.
yeah.
Session 6.
We
of
almost...
Slouching towards Eldemy.
We were almost going to play session 5 all over again.
We were.
None of us could remember because it has been that long.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You were very convincing. When you were
Yeah, you know, that's,
I guess so.
that's the danger of not knowing enough, but knowing more than maybe you should. Howdy, everybody.
Hi, I'm Stu. I'm GMing.
I'm
I forget
Stork,
which direction it goes.
and I'm playing Fade Drawlight, a private investigating mage.
I am Chris, and I am playing Tilda Vestergaard, who is also a mage.
And I'm playing Zeagle the Beagle Armstrong, brawler and weaponsmith supreme of the group.
And we've lost Jose to rehearsals for the Renaissance Pleasure Fair, which is coming up in April.
So, IRL fantasy versus our table fantasy.
Yes.
Ooh, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Okay, so who would like to remind us what we did in the last section, which was not in November, but in December?
We're so
December
gullible
12th.
that you could read the notes from session 2 and we'll go, okay.
All right, yeah, that's right. We're fighting
Play that
zombies,
over
right?
again.
Okay, I will read the notes from December 12th, which was apparently our last session, and I cannot promise that they are at all coherent. All right. Tilda has met up with you guys. All right, so 75 Imperial crowns each equals 1,000.
They gave you money.
They gave us money.
We got 75 crowns each?
No. So we have 75 Imperial crowns. Each
Gotcha.
of them is worth 1,000 something or another.
Got-
1,000
Gotcha.
GURPS bucks.
Oh, I had the words "fuck ton of cash" written
Right.
down.
Yeah.
So let me actually wrote it out. Okay. Beagle was undercover in this session, apparently. Dale goes to the seediest part of town. Fade and Tilda go to Baron's Court Mage's Library.
Right. He was out of town, but he had free run of his library.
Stefano. Possibly.
That sounds correct.
Stefano. I have really terrible handwriting. Looking for
Stephanus.
Stephanus. Yes, okay. I couldn't read the end of the word. Stephanus. Looking for the Imperial family tree or data regarding Amana. Princess has a young son, about 12. Expedition to another continent.
Now, Amana is the last surviving heir, right?
Amana's a city.
No, Amana is a city.
Oh, right.
That's the city that we're headed to.
But the last
Yeah.
surviving heir is on another continent.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Okay.
And that's the princess's son.
Yes.
Okay,
Right.
gotcha.
He's about 12. I have cunning.
Well, she's the heir.
She's the heir.
Right.
But he's
And then-
And if something happens to her,
Right.
he's next in line. Okay.
I have written down cunning use of flags.
One more time?
Cunning use of flags.
That's awesome.
Semaphore?
Maybe we'll just skip that bit.
Boy,
Okay.
that threw me.
Maybe you just wrote it down because you thought it was funny.
Ha ha ha.
Flags.
I'm so clever.
I don't get it.
Emperor, or possibly, I just wrote EMP period, was only child, had cousins. Dead cousins.
Oh, this is all the family tree stuff.
Okay, dead
Yeah.
cousins in Chronolis and Carid.
Yes, those are two distant cities.
Okay.
Right.
Head of Amana is an unmarried duchess. I think we covered that before. Might marry the Duke of Eldemy, but the Emperor was opposed to this match. And then I wrote down asterisk motive ?
Yes, because it would make if those two duchies united, it would make that house more powerful than the Imperial House.
Cillian is the court mage at Amana.
I have
Varda
that.
is a major merchant. Castigan mage outside city. I can't remember. Something. Oh, is it from the Order of the Marigold? That might be who we go see. Dale has a beer with Gilder. Geeter?
The Ranger, yeah.
Okay. Gilder saw two mages come through. One of them had a staff with an emerald. They came from through
Right.
town on way to Amana.
That's not ever going to be not confusing.
Through is an
Tonight.
X-town, by the way.
And then they hurried on horseback, and they had money. One had a wineskin, never drank out of it.
Huh.
Will use 1 crown to book passage to Amana. Who did?
I think you guys are going to do
We're
that.
going to use a crown to...
Okay.
Until we realize that there's a skipping mirror. that will take us right there.
Okay, we leave a forwarding message for Dostomir. Fade takes orb/mirror to library at Amana. Finds out demons can take blood. Emperor's blood. Something for politics. I don't know what it is.
I know.
Proof for politics? Possibly?
I don't know. Well, the emperor, the demons would value that blood more.
Does this make any sense? Tar is one way bump. Okay, I don't. This is not helping.
So is this that black ooze?
Something about tar. Tar is one way for other realms travel allow other realms to travel. Here.
Right.
Oh.
Fade breaks book.
Right.
Oh yeah, you broke something.
Yeah, because I had to do like a reading
Oh, you weren't in
roll.
Amana. You were at the library at
I was
Treviso.
at the library of Travis, and
Right.
I had to do a reading roll, and I failed my research
You
roll.
broke it.
And you
So
ruined
dropped
the
it.
book?
He dropped a
This
book.
old ancient tome.
You were trying to read from a book about families who could summon demons, but you dropped it and broke it.
At least you didn't summon another malevolent entity.
Yeah, thanks.
Detecting
On a
magic.
research roll. Failed.
Not just fail. Not just fail.
Map of underground tunnels. List of safe houses / allies. So he got none of that because you dropped it.
No.
Oh, you
no,
got
no, no. I copied the list of
Okay.
underground tunnels. I do
Right.
remember that, and I
Yes.
remember yeah.
Underground tunnels in
List
Amana.
of safe
Amana?
houses,
Okay.
yes, and allies. And then Tilda and the other one go to see the Castigan mage in his house, and there we find a naked man in the tree, and his name is Norman. And I didn't have a lot of notes written down, but we covered this before we started today. He was really distraught and just sad. He was really defeated, and he just said he wasn't going to fight anymore because he just killed a 15-year-old
yeah.
boy or something like that. Anyway, it was sad. I felt bad for him. And then I tried to lend him energy. I don't think I managed to do that very well. Probably failed. And then, because Norman had cast off all of his armor and didn't want it anymore. He's not going to fight anymore. So we thought,
the guy who keeps getting hit
Beagle might
and
like it.
pierced and stabbed and stuff. Yeah.
That's loot the body.
And so, but Dale did leave money for Norman in case
Right.
he ever came down out of his tree. And then we headed back.
The entire economy of fantasy games is based on looting things.
I know. I know.
Yeah,
Honorable guy.
yep.
You did what was expected. All right. So you guys were headed. See, I seem to recall that like you guys got there and then you just decided to go back to Ukoismer. Is that correct?
I didn't write it down.
I do believe that you reminded us that the skipping mirror can take us
Yeah.
That might have been it.
to Amana.
That might have been
than
rather
us-
than you guys booking a.
Right.
Because it was going to take quite a while.
Yeah.
It was, I think, 3 more days or something like that?
Yeah.
To get to Amana, 3-4 more days.
And then the name of the mage in Amana, I think you wrote down.
That was Cillian.
Yep. It's a court mage.
So, ostensibly, I think we were sort of putzing around because we were missing a person, but now we're ready to go.
Yes.
Because that person is permanently missing.
Yes.
We will, I guess we'll just take the skipping. So, all right, we'll just pick up where we left off. So I guess I'll come back from the library, and I will share with you what I found, which is the family tree stuff. So you may have to remind us of some of this.
Okay.
Because some of it was, I remember going through the whole book, and I remember we pointed out, but that was a long time ago, and I'm not
Right.
sure I can remember all of the connections yet. But remind me again what the motive. You said there was a person who may or may not have been the motive for killing the rest of the royal family. That was the princess.
So, okay, the unmarried duchess, who's the head of Amana, might marry the Duke of Eldemy, and the Emperor opposed that match.
Okay. And were they? And they were in that family tree.
No,
book?
they were not in the family tree. The family tree was just like who you were like trying to see. I don't know if you were looking for suspects or what, but you basically through the family tree research that you did, you know that his daughter is heir. She has a son who's like 6, who would be the heir after
12.
her. 12. Okay, young.
I wrote down 12.
I think we discovered.
Where do the years go?
Then you found out that the emperor was an only child. he had no siblings, so there's no heirs there if something happens to her. Closest thing he's got is probably second cousins or third cousins or something like that.
Didn't we find out that another family member had been killed suspiciously?
I don't remember that. I do think they gave you some information. They may have given you some information when you returned.
They who?
The people in the Imperial Citadel. Because remember, the session you were gone, we said you traveled back there. You came back with some money and some information. I think they may have mentioned to you that they were trying to get a hold of these cousins.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
And they have not been able. Any messengers that they've sent through, like skipping mirrors, do not come back.
Right, and I think I was looking up the family tree for suspects and or possible new other victims that
Right.
may or may not be based in Amana or nearby,
Right.
of which I found none.
No.
Okay, and the other thing was I did find a convenient map of like underground sewer systems in Amana, which I think I blithely said, if I were going to be an underground cabal of necromancers summoning demons, that's where I would be.
Right.
I still stick by that.
Okay. So when I was undercover last session, then in that case, was there had you assigned Ziegel any particular assignment to any particular bits of information to find out? Okay.
No. If you have ideas, though.
Yeah. No. The last time I was checking on the last time I was I played here, I learned about the Cod War mages. So I think I would try to just find out more about their presence, just to see if there are any more, probe around, see if there are any more travelers, merchants, or sailors even, since it's a coastal town, that might know of any kind of activity in Amana.
Okay.
Like any kind of strange activity in Amana.
You have carousing.
I do. I was able to use that last time.
Oh, what a fun skill.
Yeah. Let's see, where is it? Carousing 14. So, oh boy, but that's a 16. So no, I'm not so good this time around.
You're not able to find out anything new.
Okay, gotcha.
There's some people who confirm yes, these dudes exist, and a couple of them even saw them come through town.
Okay,
So.
all right. But yeah, no strict confirmation of their presence down in Amana at this point.
Well, you probably someone probably either wouldn't have talked to them, but probably either maybe saw them leaving through the southern gates.
Gotcha.
Or something
Okay,
like that.
So at least we know to watch our backs. Okay. Well, I'll catch up with y'all, as soon as I can, as soon as I've either exhausted all my avenues, and let you know that, yeah, they're definitely there, and if we're going to continue down that way to poke around some more, we should be careful.
So it seems we could take the skipping mirror directly to town. It ends up in the wizard's chamber. I think from now on we need to be very careful about the information that we drop, because I don't know who we can trust in town, who is either part of this or has been ensorcelled or has been fed misinformation. So we need to be very, very careful about who we talk to and who we trust. We found a list of safe houses? What was that?
List of safe houses / allies. That's all I have.
To the Empire, to the Emperor, or
I
to
think
the
the
Citadel.
Emperor.
Were you? I have the name of a well-known merchant
Yes, I wrote
in
that
Amana.
down. Barda.
Was that's not part of that? Maybe.
It's on a different. They are separated in my notes by a bit.
I don't know.
Well, and are we still are we still trying to track down the blood that was drained from the Emperor in that case?
Yeah,
Is that
yes.
still?
Oh,
Okay.
you know what? That's how you guys knew they were probably in Amana at this point, because I think that you did another tracking last session. I think that's how you guys figured that out.
I think I knew that they were in Amana because the first time we did it, I saw the statue of the town square, and that's how we were headed here.
Right.
Oh, when you look through the telescope.
Right.
Up by the outpost.
No, before that.
Oh, before that.
When we were still in town, I cast that tracking spell, and I saw a vision of
Oh,
like,
right,
the
okay,
statue
gotcha. Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
Mana, and you said that that's where they had gone to. So that's why we were headed there.
Okay. I'm going to say, if we're going to use that skipping mirror, we're going to pop up in some wizard's chamber. Can we trust those wizards?
I don't know.
Might be better for us to disguise ourselves as merchants in a caravan or something and go by land.
It's a long way, and I'm concerned that the more time we give them, the more they're going to be able to bring their plan into motion.
That's fair.
I feel as though we can come up with some cover story about why we're using the skipping mirror. We certainly have money, and we certainly have a note of passage written by, but we'll
A
have
note
to
of passage is only valid for that one journey.
It's still got their name on it,
Okay.
and we can use it as proof that we
We
were
can sort
sent
of wave
by,
it in front of their face and not let them
or just say, look, the signature here. We are on a secret mission from God.
You got that psychic paper.
Right.
Oh, by the way, that armor that you gave me,
Yes?
like my eyes sort of like go wide when you show it, and I'm like, oh, this is very, very nice. I look it over. Are there any kind of emblems that I should know about?
Oh yeah.
And okay, in that case, what story should I come up with as to why I have that armor?
I think that was Norman, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was part of the Castigan, not the mages.
Yeah.
Was it the
Bodyguards?
No, what are they called? It's been too long. The Martial Holy Order.
Oh yeah,
The
Holy
paladin.
Martial Order.
Kind of like, yeah.
yeah.
So
That's the one that I got booted out of. Actually,
Order of the Marigold.
yeah,
Order
yeah.
of the Marigold.
I
that's
did
it.
not cut. I did not make the cut. Training with the Order of the
I'm
Marigold.
gonna fix the curtain.
So yeah, I kind of look at it and I'm like,
Do you want any of us to do it?
And-
Okay.
I realize this is my big chance to be in the Order of the Marigold.
Yeah. You can make it a Tudor rose or something.
Sure, yeah, there you go. Okay, all right. Well, I'll
No.
take it. No, it's
not a marigold, it's a Tudor rose.
There,
What are you talking about?
maybe put a few scrapes. No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
Who's Tudor?
Did we ever get the name of the what the heck's the name of my school? The
Tudor?
The
She
Trenasil-
barely let me want her. What? I don't even
Good
know what
night,
that
everybody.
means.
Yeah, sorry about that. Did I ever get the name of the Trenasil mage in Amana? Is that one of the names she wrote down?
Wycliffe.
I wrote down?
I did not write that down. That doesn't sound
I've
at
got it
all
right here.
familiar.
Wycliffe.
Okay, let me write that down. And where is Wycliffe located?
Probably near the ducal estate.
Wait, what kind of mage is Wycliffe?
Trying to sail.
My school.
Oh, okay.
And what was the name of the counselor, the mage counselor for Amana? How
Cillian.
Cillian, he's the court mage.
do you spell that? S-I?
Llian.
And he's the skipping... he's
She.
the one- She. Okay. Pardon me. Is the one that we are taking the skipping mirror.
Yeah, that's the person whose skipping mirror you're using. Yes. Correct.
You know what? I'll don the armor.
Okay.
Yeah. Does it fit comfortably? Oh no.
It's GURPS.
I'm a pretty big person, so
I'm sure there's a fit stand.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I just said
All right.
average roll was right.
okay. All right. Maybe a
large
little
rolls.
tight here and there, but
Those things-
overall not
not too
a
bad.
Okay.
Some adjustability.
Yeah. Okay. Good enough for me.
Okay. So you're going through.
Is there anything else we need to talk about before we go through? What's our cover story? We were sent by. We can adhere as close to the truth as we can. What's the name of the wizard that sent us again? Yeah, I remember.
Oh, him.
Dostamir?
He's important.
Dostamir.
Dostamir.
Jeez. It's almost like it's been 4 months.
2.
All right. Okay.
How forthcoming do we want to be about all the stuff that was happening between Through and Ecosmart with the pools and the figures rising up and making more pools?
We could, if asked, we'll say that something happened.
Okay.
Dostamir has sent help, and we're not entirely too sure what is going on right now.
Fair enough.
And we certainly don't know what caused it.
No, if asked what caused it, maybe we
Have
can
n-
come
yeah,
up with something.
yeah.
But right now, what we will say is
Things beyond mortal
what
ken.
we will say is apparently something. Apparently, things have gone really bad there.
Right.
We didn't say we caused it.
Right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've heard about
And
that.
then Dostamir
Terrible.
sent some help there, and we have moved on here to Amana.
Right. Gotcha. Okay.
To get as far away from the scene of the crime as
Yes.
possible.
There you go. Run from the danger.
All right.
Because your mission is so critical.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
That's the story, and we're sticking to it.
Right. And if asked what our mission is, we just say I
Spread the word.
can't tell you.
Yeah.
Spread the word.
I'm going to say spread the word.
Okay.
Spread the word. We're here to kind of warn everybody that there's something going on up there.
Okay. I like that. That works. That's not entirely a lie.
Yeah, exactly. right. And that gives us a reason to move on to other places, as we make our way to the realms, like a really slow tweet.
It's more of a twa.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
through the mirror.
Through the
There
mirror.
we go. And we're met by armed forces.
Yep. Spears just pointing, leveled at our
Oh,
throats.
there's guard. The way most monarchs or members of the peers have when they have these things, it's in a room. There's guards inside and outside, and also probably an alarm bell, like they can pull like a rope or something, which means seal the door. Something big got through. So, so they see you and state your business.
Greetings. We were sent here by Dostamir. Is Cillian about?
Yes. One of them leaves. Comes back a few minutes later. You're the one that came through before you. Didn't you come through this mirror before?
No, I went to the library.
Oh, never mind. Okay. No. Okay. Names?
Fade. And
Tilda, best card.
Zeal, Order of the Marigold.
You don't like order of
Order of the Madrigal.
There you go.
Top.
Goes back. Says, okay, she'll see you.
thank you very much.
They lead you down the hallway, up the spiral.
It's very obvious I've not worn armor like this before. I'm clanging, bang, 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 all over the place.
Probably pinching.
Yeah,
Doing this a lot. Just
yeah, just like straps, pulling his straps here and there.
helmet keeps
Okay,
going
anyway,
askew.
I play it cool, but yeah.
Keep rounding corners and just the space cushions.
Just
clink.
catching things, yeah, exactly, yeah.
And lead you into a spiral staircase up a tower. And
Do you have anything you can check to see her about her intentions when we get her?
I don't think I have anything useful at all. I don't remember any stats about my character.
Can you
Please
read
don't.
aura or that kind of thing?
it's a long way up the stairs.
That's good. This is good. Walk slow.
Spiraling,
Look at all the spells that we now
spiraling.
have to remember that we have.
I'm very
Yeah.
useful if she's ill. But other than that, I don't.
I only have 2 spells. I have mace and crossbow.
You know what? On our character sheet, yeah, there's actually spells. I forgot about that.
I have-
Oh, I have aura.
Yes, I'm useful for healing.
You're the investigative one.
Right. I'm the investigative one.
Don't ask me.
I'm the one that can read people's... Hold on one second while I read my spell. I'll read it out loud so everybody knows.
I was just looking it up.
Creates
right
a
now.
glowing. It is aura information. Creates a glowing halo or aura around the subject. The aura gives the caster a general insight into the subject's personality. The better the skill roll, oh god, the better the insight. Aura also shows whether the subject has magery, magic resistance, or magic susceptibility, and what level. Whether the subject is possessed or controlled in any way. Aha! or whether the subject is in the grip of any violent emotion. A critical success will detect secret traits such as lycanthropy, vampirism, and unnatural longevity. All living beings have auras. Inanimate objects do not. A zombie is detectable only by its fake death-haunted aura and probably smell. Something that nobody ever mentions is the fact that they are rotting. Like, how do you hide that? With a vampire, remains the aura has had in life. Oh, interesting. Illusions are created. Beings that have no aura are so solvable. So this is actually what I need to cast.
All right.
Is it blockable? I mean, she's another mage. She can piss her off.
Prerequisite to detect magic.
You have that.
Well, there are spells that will block information spells.
But I mean, it's probably still worth it. Just
Yeah, I mean, it's a good spell. Might as well give it a shot. Did we get XP? Sorry.
Sure, 3.
Okay. I will dutifully write that on the list of XP that I have not used for anything.
I bought more hit points last time.
I think I bought more spells. But I've, of course, forgotten which ones I bought. Each spell is like a point.
So prepared.
Okay.
Did you roll?
I did not. We haven't even gotten in there yet. I was going to do it once
Okay.
we got there. Because
Got
I think
it.
I have to do it. I have to see their aura. I can't
What's your
actually...
skill level? Is it high enough? Is it high enough where you don't have to say anything, or is it going to be obvious that you're casting an aura spell?
I probably have to ask her permission. Skill level is at 13.
Yeah, it's going to be obvious you're casting a spell. You could do it right outside the door, I suppose. Be the last one in line.
Or I could just ask her permission.
It seems like such an awkward conversation.
Yeah, I'll do that. It would be the polite thing to do. It would
Okay.
also show trust.
That's fair.
Okay, so they lead you up to the room, and she's probably in her early 60s. Very, very white hair. Was probably either red or blonde at some point in the past. She's sitting at a table, furiously writing something. You can see the end of the feather twitching furiously as she writes. Be with in just a moment.
I glance at everybody's like, just be cool.
2 of the guards leave. The door closes, and the other 2 guards stay in the room because they obviously don't know who you guys are. And then she finishes writing. She says, "Yes, how can I help you?"
Before we... Madam Cillian, forgive me. May I read your aura? Dostamir has sent us here. I need to make sure that we are amongst friends.
She says to the 2 guards, "You can leave." How many of these people happen to be here for you to do this?
How many people?
Do these 2 need to be
she
here?
asked me. I thought you were asking me as
No.
a GM. I trust them.
Ah,
I know them.
I don't.
Okay.
And clearly you do not trust me. Therefore, if they could step out, then you may go ahead and
Fair enough.
check the aura.
Okay.
You gonna be okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Yep. We step out.
A critical fail and kill her.
This is a spell.
Please. 4, 5,
That's
6,
not a
7,
bad
8, 9.
roll.
That's pretty good.
9.
Well done.
So you made it by a 4.
Yes.
Okay. Let me check one thing real quick.
Do you want the information on the spell?
No, thank you.
Give me why.
Okay. She does not have. Let's see. She's not feeling any strong emotions. She's not under any sort of geese or anything, any sort of mind control magic. What else is it?
It says it's let's see here. Whether the possession is controlled, whether the subject is in a grip of violent emotion.
Nope.
Critical success, which I don't think
She's
I
a little
got.
irritated.
Yeah.
That
The critical
could lead to
success
violence.
Will detect secret traits. But I didn't get a critical success.
You'd not get a critical success. Okay.
The aura also shows if the subject has magic resistance, or magic susceptibility, which we know already.
She is a mage.
Okay.
And she's. What's your majory level?
I should have known that.
3?
Yes.
Okay. You're probably peers. You're guessing. Magical aura wise.
Remember where my magic level is on this sheet.
It's under.
Different sheet.
No, it's under advantages.
Okay. 3 sounds really familiar because it's my intelligence plus
Majory, which is 3.
just 3. There you go.
I'm pretty sure you bought 3 levels of it.
I'm pretty sure I did too.
I mean, I have 3. I don't think.
No, we both did. I remember. It's all coming back to me now. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate that. Do you wish to verify mine?
No.
All right.
What do you want?
Can we call our companions back in?
Yes.
Dostemir has charged us with finding some rogue mages that are involved in literal demon summoning. And we have tracked them to your city. Perhaps it's a large city, but mages are rare. The one that I can speak of that I know for sure is involved is a medium height, brown hair, and has a staff with a green crystal on it.
Does not sound familiar to me, but they just come and go. Don't check in with me. You might check. There's representatives of each mage family here. I can provide you with their names. Perhaps if they're part of a family, a major family, they would have checked in with their brethren.
I have a couple of questions, if you don't mind.
Sure.
This is more serious than I think that anybody realizes. This involves blood magic. This involves demon summoning. Have you found or heard rumors of anything strange or untoward happening in parts of the city?
Hold on a second. Make a will roll. Wait.
A fright check?
No. Do you have... Will is IQ.
I see.
Do you have fast talk? What? Do you, any,
I have interrogation. Mm-hmm. I have streetwise.
if you want to, you could
I have
substitute.
diplomacy. Oh, I do have fast talk. I have fast talk
Okay.
at 11.
If you want, you can substitute fast talk for your IQ if it's higher.
It isn't. Yeah, fast talk is IQ minus 1. For whatever reason. I did not make it.
Okay.
That would be a 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Okay. She basically what she's doing is is listening to as you ramble, and she's like connecting things, and you start to realize that she's connecting things, which is why I had you make the roll, but it was too late. Whose blood did they get?
I'm afraid you'll have to ask Dostemir that.
Ah,
Yes.
so that must be some important information if you can't give it.
Yes. And the fact that we are charged by Dostemir, who is the court mage.
I know who Dostemir is. Court mage to who, though, I wonder?
Oh.
So have you noticed anything strange happening in town?
No.
Have there been rumors of anything? Have there been people missing? An uptick in violence or disappearances?
No.
Rumors of strange things going bump in the night?
Always.
More than always?
Not really. There hasn't been anything unusual. Not that I've seen. I mean, I don't get out very often.
I understand, but you are sort
For
of
the heartbeat of the city, I am the wrong mage.
but you are sort of the web of the. It all comes through here. Any information dealing
You
with
would be
injury.
surprised.
Yes. If I were to
I'm
seek-
like a mushroom.
I understand the court walls are thick and the bedrooms are very comfortable.
Yep.
The rooms are very comfortable, and it is hard to get information in and out, I'm assuming. If we were to find out more information, do you have any recommendations of people that you talk to or trust that might know more of what's happening on the street levels? Do you have eyes and ears on the street yourself?
No, I do not. that isn't my function here. I try to stay out of court politics. I serve the Duchess. I do my job. I don't get involved in the court intrigue. However, if I were to go talk to someone and gives you, she mentions Wycliffe, the Trevisail mage in town, and
Yes, I know Wycliffe. He's on my list. Next.
give me 1 second.
Anybody want a beverage while we're waiting?
I'm good, thanks.
You know, I switched to these non-alcoholic beers because I was drinking a lot of normal beer, and now I drink a lot of the non-alcoholic beers. Especially when I'm gaming. I'm just talking, and then that nervous anxiety of just need something.
Okay. Castigan mage named Sugrin is the other person. She says that he's probably the most connected of the mages.
What was that name again?
Sugrin?
Sugrin.
Sugrin. There's kind of a little bit of an eye roll when she mentions him.
Oh,
Not a favorite then?
I'll have a small smirk, yes.
He has his uses.
We thank you for your patience. If you can think of anything or you're reminded of anything, I'm sure you can find a way to contact us. We're going to try to keep ourselves in a low profile. Well, last parting thought is guard your Duchess carefully. Make sure your words are strong. If you notice anything out of the unusual, do not dismiss it.
She reaches and she pulls out a little coin, throws it to you, and says, "You show that to the guards, they'll take you right to the mirror if you need to leave quickly."
Here's my card, by the way, if you need my services ever.
Thank you.
I cannot stress enough to check your wards. Thank you for your patience.
Mm-hmm.
And your hospitality.
Of course.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I give it a little salute. Bink.
Conk.
It
Or
works.
gets
works.
Here, hold still, hold still. I got it.
The scale is because you.
Okay.
Well, before we leave, it's like one last request. Is there a guide or someone that can point the way to where Wycliffe and...
Oh, she gives you like an address.
All
Okay,
the details,
yeah,
okay.
She gives you where they are.
Should maybe go find ourselves an inn or something to
I just wander around the little giant
ourselves
city of
settled
Aspen and
down.
never find anything, yeah. I think it's... What time is it? It's still...
It's probably
early morning.
it's probably late because you.
mid morning or
I'm thinking
Or
like,
like late
afternoon, early evening at this point.
Okay, I think I'd like to see Wycliffe at least before we settle it,
Yes.
sounds good.
just in case there is actual information before we... And he might
Yeah.
actually have a place for us to stay that's cheaper than...
Total.
Not
Well,
that
we
we
do
don't
have the
I
fuck ton of
I guess that. I've been broke for so long.
Yeah.
But it's not ours. And I control it with an iron fist, right?
Yes.
That's entirely up to you.
I don't even remember if you told us all how much money you had. I think you may have been keeping it really close to your vest.
Anyway, it's not our money.
Yeah. We if
But
you know.
it's enough to raise an army if we needed to, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, we could buy the entire town if we had to.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go see Wycliffe.
Yeah. So we learned a couple of things. She's sequestered in that tower and doesn't get out much.
I'm like a mushroom.
She's also very. She seems honest.
Yeah, she seems to
And-
be on the straight
And I
up.
don't know. We haven't encountered the Duchess yet, but at least the corruption hasn't infiltrated the upper levels of this. At least
Sure.
to her. She says she hasn't noticed anything out of the unusual. Hopefully, now that I've warned her, if she does find something, she lets us know. Mm-hmm. But so we know that at least the castle and at least within her purview, it's safe, which is good. I fully expected to come in here and find this entire town turned against us.
Do you want me to go with you when you go see Wycliffe, or do you want me to kind of scope the town and find lodging? Or I guess if we're going to check in with Wycliffe, he might have a place for us.
We separate, we'll
Yeah,
never
it's true.
find each other again.
Maybe we should stay together.
Yeah, okay,
We'll
we'll stay
stay
together.
together.
That sounds good.
There's 3 of us now. So
Okay.
we'll go to Wycliffe.
Yeah.
All right. So you go to his part of town. He's over kind of in the posh mercantile part of town, and he's got like a little 3-story mage tower with a little house connected to it.
Awesome. That's exactly what I want. I want a little 3-story mage tower.
Yeah, right.
When I retire.
The agency down in the bottom,
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And he, you hit the candle's lit, so you can beat on the door. It's probably starting to get dark at this point.
Okay.
And he comes down and opens the door. And he's like a middle-aged, probably 40s, 50s.
So trying to
Short,
say,
kinda squat.
sort of trying to say a handshake or symbol or something that we make to each other.
You guys probably have something.
I'll make it. Yeah. Like the Masons.
Okay. Yes, please come in. Come in.
Thank you.
I was about to refill my tea. Would anyone like some?
Oh, I'd love some. Can I be of any help?
Oh no, I haven't.
Forgive me. I need to check your aura.
I'm just embarrassed because it's a rude thing to do.
Well, then you should get about to it.
Ooh, that's a really good roll. 10. Well, maybe not really good. Because
Made it by 3.
Made it by 3.
Okay. It's actually not
Let's
as good as the
exaggerate.
last roll, I think. Wasn't the last roll by 4?
Yeah. Well, I saw the 2 and 3, and then I saw the 5.
Okay. All right. He is not under any, etc.
Yeah.
He's clean.
not ensorcelled.
Not ensorcelled. Not feeling the rage of
Good.
necromantic
Excellent.
power.
I breathe a heavy sigh of relief.
Okay.
Yes, I would love some tea. Thank you.
Of course. Well, you can come help me now that you're so rude. Come on.
I just had to write down the word ensorcelled, and I have no idea how one would spell that, so I made something up.
Boy, I don't know.
ENSCORL. Source. It's a word.
Yeah, SORCELED.
I got it. It's phonetic.
Yeah.
Ensorcelled. I think it's got 2 L's.
Oh yeah.
I spelled it right. ENSORCELLED.
Okay, with the addition of the extra L that you suggested, I had it right.
There you go.
SORCELLED.
It's a good word. I don't think I've ever used it in the
It
campaign
is.
until now.
Yeah, I know, right?
I like
right?
it.
Yeah. It's very evocative. Okay, so we're in there. You're having tea.
You're gonna go. You're
I'm
helping
going to go
to make
help
the
him
tea.
make tea.
Yes.
I'm helping him make tea. Does he want
Okay.
to tell me anything?
You got to ask questions.
No. Is he... okay.
No, he's not saying anything
I
to you.
suspected
No,
he
he's
called me
making-
over to make tea because he wanted to tell me something.
Nope.
No, he actually wants me to help him make tea.
Yes.
You were mean.
He doesn't
You were
consider
rude.
you a guest. You were rude. So you can help.
Okay.
The fire's out. The firewood's out back.
Yes, sir. I'll go phone a pile and get the firewood and come back in.
Okay.
Get the tea going.
The nice cups are on the cup shelf there.
Oh, you're
the
bringing
nice
out the
cup.
nice cups.
Don't forget the tray. Then you come out. He comes out first, and he comes out with the tray after.
Oh, gee, are there little sandwiches?
I didn't have time to make them.
If you're hungry, I can.
No,
I do have-
I'm all right. I'm all right.
So he pours the tea and gives everyone, and then he says,
I pull a metal gauntlet off my hand, but I
Yeah.
don't take my helmet off, so I lift the visor, and I lift the cup, and the visor falls onto the fine cup, and it just spills the tea all over the place.
You're like,
And then I realize I pull off my
Probably
helmet.
inside,
Yeah,
like
there you go. There's
down
just, it's like
the
it's
corselet.
it's heating up the armor. It's like a heat metal spell.
like
Yeah.
Sir Bedivere from Monty Python.
yeah, with this armor. And then I pull my helmet off. I ask for another cup, like shyly, sheepishly ask for another cup. Use shards of broken cup in my fingers that I put down on the tray. Anyway, but enough of that. We have an investigation. Some
nice
questions to ask. I know this is when he said you brought the nice cups out. I was like, oh boy.
I'm going to wait till he takes a sip of tea, and I'm going to say, Dostamir has sent us. We are tracking a duo of mages involved in blood magic and demon summoning to this town. I'm going to wait for the spit take.
"This should be an opposed roll, I think. Make a. I just IQ is fine.
I failed.
Did you really?
Well, no, actually, let's see here. It's 11, 12, 13, 14, and my IQ is 12.
So he failed.
That's
Okay. All right. So he's a. Excuse me. He does not. You thought he was taking a drink, and he wasn't. But it was close.
Let me sum up. A person of royal personages has had their blood taken by two mages that have escaped through a portal to this town. Vostimir, the court mage, in
The Imperial Citadel.
Imperial
The Citadel, yeah.
has sent us here, or we have tracked the two perpetrators to this town. I come seeking help and information.
May I ask who
lady.
was the Imperial Royal who had their blood taken? If I may ask.
I'd rather not say, but if you know who Dostamir works for, then you could probably piece it together.
You don't keep secrets very well.
No.
I need information, and I need him
Right.
to trust us. So I need it's a quid pro quo at this point.
Okay. Well, do you have a description, or do you know who these mages are? Do you know what family they're with?
The one I can think of that is they were robed. When I used my, I have a name of the spell, the Echoes of the Past spell, I was able to catch sight of them. They were both robed and hooded. One is of medium height with, I think it was brown hair, and had a staff with a large green emerald in it.
That does not sound familiar. I can check with our brethren here in the...
I'll mention the Cod War mages. I will mention that
okay.
name. I'll say, I believe it was one of these Cod War mages.
Ah. Unfortunately, there are quite a few of them out here in the western part of the Empire.
Have you noticed anything different? Have there been people disappearing at night, strange noises, howling, screams at night? Have there been more mages on the streets than usual?
Rush of people coming in or leaving town.
I haven't noticed anything unusual, but I can certainly meet with my brethren and find out if they have seen something.
I also understand there's a substantial abandoned sewer network under this town. Have you noticed any comings and goings from that place?
It has been used by networks of thieves, ruffians in the past. I know that the city guard will send men down there occasionally, probably not very often, once or twice a year perhaps. But I don't monitor it. I know of it. I can tell you where one of the entrances is.
That would be helpful. Do you have any way of checking to see if there's been any use of power within the city or blood magic at work?
I can try.
That's all I ask. We know we've tracked him to the city, but it's a very large city, and I'm trying to narrow it down. Clearly, what they're doing is not legal, so they're going to be hiding. I thought the sewers might be the best place, but they could be hiding in plain sight, for all I know, in their guild house.
This is a big city. I mean, they could simply just have not gone anywhere near me.
Well, so it would be understandable. They would not want their presence known until they wanted it known.
Right. Well,
I cannot stress enough how serious this matter actually is. And I could use as much help as we can have within the city. The city is completely unknown to me. I don't know who is an ally and who is a friend. You'll forgive the aura reading at the beginning. We're dealing with the worst evil that we can imagine.
let me speak with our brethren, the ones I trust the most.
Be careful who we trust. Again, we're dealing with blood magic, and I'm not sure who is good and who is on our side and who isn't, or who says they're on our side.
Unfortunately, it may be necessary to engage in some darker magics in order to detect what has been wrought here in recent days or weeks or however long you want me to check.
Any information that you can give us will help narrow down our search.
Very well.
As it stands now, we were going to, perhaps tomorrow morning after we find an inn, check in with the Castigan Mage. What do you know of them?
Oh, Sugarin?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. If the information has come anywhere near him, he will know it. He makes it his business to know other people's business.
Let me ask you an indelicate question, but it can be asked. Is there someone who's a representative of the Thieves Guild that you were in contact with? Information can be purchased, usually. I've worked with them in the past on my own dealings. I have someone that I regularly check in with. I don't know if you do or not, but all pretense aside, they perhaps might have some useful information.
I can check those contacts as well.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
The tea is delicious, by the way.
It better be. You made it.
Is it imported or?
Indeed it is.
And we will talk of sensible things. And I will ask him the name of a reputable inn that he trusts that we can stay.
Oh, he tells you that he has spare rooms here if you would like to do it.
That would be fine. I trust this place more than anything else. At least it's magically worded.
Right.
Okay. So he prepares rooms for you and bids you adieu.
Is there one with like a door to the outside, or do I have to?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, because I just want to wander the town
Okay.
a little bit after we get settled in. Again, kind of find a tavern and just start talking folks. So probably there are docks in this town. Yeah,
Absolutely.
probably somewhere near the dock
Okay.
ward of town.
Okay.
I'll start asking questions.
All right. Give me another carousing
Sure.
check.
Was it 14?
Just hanging out in bars and listening to stuff.
You know, yeah. You know, when you travel.
You can you'll learn a lot.
Oh, that's 4.
Holy shit.
I beat it by 10.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay. They you talk to someone who says, "Oh," because I'm assuming at one point you're going to like give the description of the mage.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he's staying in the inn above this tavern.
What's the tavern?
This is where Ziegel goes rogue and takes the mage out by himself.
Well,
in the
we're
middle
gonna
of the night.
see. We're gonna see. By the way, I've taken my armor off. I'm just in my leathers at this point because I don't feel like clanging all over the place. I don't want to be too.
Sorry, I didn't write that down. Who are you talking to, Rick?
I am just talking with like various locals in like a tavern in the dock ward.
There's an NPC with a question mark above his head.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The moldy tankard.
Nice. Let it be known that Stu has a list.
Oh, I just used a random pub name generator.
Nice.
But I
No,
actually
that's
had
perfect.
to combine two different ones because I didn't put moldy and tankard together. Why would they? But you should.
Why not? So this is not exactly the nicest place.
No.
Okay, so these folks
Not when
probably.
we're moldy in the
Probably-
title.
Well,
Yeah, right, yeah.
You're over by the docks.
Yeah. Up above the tavern, huh?
Yes.
Oh boy, dare I investigate now? Yeah.
Are you impulsive?
I am very impulsive. Yeah. So I think I dare do. Yeah. Let's see. I'm impulsive, oblivious, and overconfident.
Oh, what a combination! Stu gleefully wringing his hands together.
So yeah. I will. I'm going to keep probing and seeing if anybody has seen like what these folks' activities coming in and out. Did they tend to go out at night, or are they kind of settled in during the evening? Do they have an idea maybe what doors they go through, what room doors they go through upstairs?
Okay. Well, the guy you're talking to, he's like a regular.
Yeah. Okay.
He's
All right.
Like he's an old man. He's kind of retired. He just kind of lives here.
Yeah.
It's like the guy at the VFW.
Okay. Great. Perfect. All right.
So he could tell you all about him. He
Okay.
says, oh yeah, there's two of them. One of them's in room 6, and the other one's across the hall in room 7.
Okay. That's pretty much what I need to know. I'll buy the guy I'll spend a couple of pennies and buy the guy a meal or something, just for thanks.
Okay. And he said, hey, I've seen him, in that muttering. So be careful.
I say, oh yeah, no.
Outside their doors, how mages, they do things to their doors.
Oh well, in that case, yeah, thank you very much. You certainly have earned a friend in me. And I'm gonna excuse myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna start walking up, and I'm going to pretend that I'm just looking for a friend who may be staying there at the inn, and I'm just gonna eye doors 6 and 7, see if there's anything odd, any strange carvings or weird glowing things attached to the door.
You get up to the top, and it's like room 1,
Yeah.
room 2, room 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and then at the very end of the hallway is. Did I say 7 and 8?
It's 6 and 7.
6 and 7. Okay.
Yeah.
So 6 and 7.
Okay, I'll take a look at door 6 first. I mean, anything I should be leery about?
Do you have magery?
I don't have magery, no.
Make
I'm
an
about
IQ
as
roll.
far from magery, and I have an IQ of 9. So here we go.
Oh, there's not much hope of it, even if you had a high IQ.
Okay, that's a 10.
Okay.
No,
so
sorry, 11.
Okay, that failed. All right.
Yep.
It looks like a regular old door.
If I don't hear any immediate noises, I'm just gonna press my ear to it, quietly,
Make your
another IQ.
a hearing check.
That's perception.
Perception.
PR is also 9.
Do you also have any?
Yeah, let me see if I have any.
hearing?
I do have acute hearing, so plus 2.
Oh, nice.
So 11. That's 9 out of 11.
You hear snoring.
Oh boy. Do I want to bust heads tonight? You know what? Before I do anything else, now that I've heard snoring, I'm going to go do the same thing, press my ear against door number 7, and just see. Well, I don't hear anything first of all, right?
No,
Just standing out the door?
there, no.
Yeah, okay. So let's do another hearing check. That's 10, so I just made it 10 out of 11.
Okay. You shouldn't eavesdrop, boy.
I say, oh, sorry, I was trying to find a friend's room.
Move along.
And I will wordlessly just walk down the hallway, and I think maybe, what did the voice sound like? Just like that, kind of deep and kind of
It's not like Rasputin.
morose, and all right.
Have you seen the
Kingsman? No, I haven't, but boy, I love those trailers. You know what? I'm going to calmly walk down the hall, and then as soon as I think I'm out of earshot, down the stairs, I walk rapidly back to the wizard's tower.
Okay.
And I knock on your doors, and I say, "They're here. I think those mages are here. They're over at the moldy tankard." and I said, "I checked one of the doors. One of them sounded asleep. The other one wasn't asleep." And I kind of just leave it at that.
Wait. You're shitting me. You found them?
Oh, I did. I'm not positive. I didn't bust any doors or anything. Well, what can I say? I asked good questions.
Good job, Ziegel.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay, I recount exactly.
Okay.
You know, like I just happened to a tavern. I met somebody who told me that there were these mages that sort of matched the description of these. The guy with the staff, the emerald staff, said they were upper rooms in the tavern above the inn above the tavern. You know, I went to investigate the doors.
How long have they been there?
I said, "Oh, you know what? I didn't know. I didn't ask. It seemed like it's at least been a few days." Because this person I spoke to was a regular, and he knew enough of their habits.
Did they have visitors that kept coming and going?
I guess I didn't ask that good a question. But I think it might be worth investigating this.
Okay. What? Did you speak to them?
Well, not so much. I exchanged a word. Like I said, all right. One door, listen to it, snoring.
Okay.
Yeah, you're asleep.
Okay.
Other door, listen to it, got a bit of a talking to.
Did they open the door? Did you get a look at them?
Oh, no.
Probably a good thing you didn't open the door.
This is what I'm saying. See, no. Oh, I covered my tracks still. Said I was looking for a friend's room and just walked out.
I'm sure they bought it. I'm sure they didn't think you were a common cut purse, which is fine. As long as they think you're a common cut purse, we're probably okay. Did he have an accent? Like, is he from around here?
Oh.
Did you recognize the accent?
You know what?
You're in the army.
No, I'm gonna say. Did I recognize any? Like, did they sound Amanan or?
No, they sounded like they're from one of the southern
Okay.
provinces, regions.
Okay. He didn't say very much. Like I said, I said a few words. You should have eavesdropped. Move along. It sounded like maybe it had a bit of a southern accent.
Okay. You have the map here. All right, so you're talking about like around the Blasted Lands, Stu? Is that that far south? Do they have strange accents around?
Well,
there?
yeah. They're different native languages in that area.
Okay.
So yeah, and like from like here on, I mean, it's like it depends how well traveled you are.
I'm fairly well. I mean, especially in the Imperial Citadel. I mean, we have folks coming through.
Make a roll, and I can
Sure.
Let me see the message
That's
on
another
that.
IQ, right?
Yes.
I have acute hearing,
Roll.
acute to smell, my reflexes, brawling during the day. I'd just be straight IQ for me. But
yeah.
that's an 8 out of 9.
Wow, Kazarask,
Kazarask. Okay.
which is like over there.
Okay.
I say, I mean, I don't know how much longer they're going to be there, but I do know that one of them's asleep. Hopefully the other one, if the other one that gave me that talking to didn't catch on, we may still be able to...
Not tonight. If anything,
All right,
they're
fair.
going to be wary. They probably think that you were going to break into their rooms, and if nothing else, I'm assuming the rooms will be warded, and it could be a nasty surprise if we were to try to break in and either blow them, or maybe it's enough to wake them up and knew that you were skulking around.
yeah, right.
Pretty good work.
Yes, well done.
Oh, well,
Next time, ask a few more questions, but we know a lot more now.
Oh, you want me to go back out? I can go back out.
No. Just in case he
I'm like a dog at this point. I'm like, really? Was I a good boy?
Just in case he followed you here, I don't want you going back out.
All right, good. I suppose it's safer in the wizard's tower against the wizards. So.
Exactly. Let's
right.
try to get some sleep, and then in the morning we'll talk to Wycliffe again about a southern
Kazarask.
mage with a green gem.
Kazarask. Okay. All right, sounds good. I will have earned. I've earned my sleep. So.
I'm writing a note. Green gem from Kazarask? Question mark.
At the very least, maybe if we go during the morning, they'll be out and we can search their rooms or something.
Again, warded. Perhaps we can get in. If nothing else, I'd like to follow them. I think that's even safer than trying to go through their rooms. If we can track them or follow them and figure out where they're going, what they're doing. I can also, now that I know where they are, do a general search, perhaps from the streets, to find out more information. If the blood is still there, we might be able to get it back from them without ever having to confront them.
Get into any kind of trouble.
I'll talk to Wycliffe. We'll talk to Wycliffe in the morning. This is good news.
All
This is
right.
good work.
Wycliffe.
What are the chances that you would find them right out?
He rolled a 4.
He rolled a 4. That's what the chance is. All right.
It's about a 1 in 3 chance. No.
So in the morning, once we sit down to tea again, which I will get up and make now that I know where it is.
Okay.
If he's not awake yet.
I'm happy to do it.
Oh, do you? Oh, yeah, look at that. All right.
You're the
Yes,
cook,
do.
so yeah,
Yeah.
you've been making
I
the good food.
I make coffee and breakfast.
Excellent. All right.
So last night, our companion here managed to find our wayward mages. They were staying at the Moldy Tavern.
Moldy tankard.
Moldy Tank.
Which is a moldy tavern.
It's
so
probably a moldy tavern as well.
Exactly.
Containing moldy tankards.
both are true.
One of the mages talked to him through the door, and he thinks it's a southern Castigan accent.
Kazarask.
Kazaresk.
Kazaraki.
I keep getting all of this mixed up.
I know.
Kazaraki accent, which narrows our search now. We're looking for a Kazarask mage with a green gem.
Unhelpfully, I do not know any Kazaraki mages with green gems. So we are still where we were before.
Yes, but
However, I did send some messages to a few of my closer colleagues.
armed with that information, it might jog people's memories. Like, oh, I did encounter a mage with a strange accent with a green gem. Now that you mention it,
I would assume at this point that they're gone.
perhaps. I don't know. He wasn't wearing armor. He made it sound like they'd been there for a while. That they may have moved on. They may have just thought it was a common cut purse. Didn't actually get there. It is a rundown tavern. My hope is that this kind of thing has happened before, perhaps even multiple times a night, and that he thinks nothing more of it than it's just some ne'er-do-well trying to break in.
Possibly.
As far as I know, they didn't see me.
He didn't cover his tracks on the way here. Hopefully he wasn't tracked. He didn't encounter the mages. He didn't actually see them. They didn't actually touch him, so I'm assuming that there's no tracking on him.
Well, I doubt they'd be able to. Once he got here, I doubt they'd be able to track him at that point anyway.
I'm just going to hope that they think that it was just business as usual in the Moldy Tavern, or Moldy Tankard. But it does bring up the question of where they've been coming and going to. I hope to find out more about that. If he's...
It seems strange.
It does. And I wonder, he's down by the docks, I wonder if he's waiting on a ship, or if he
That's a possibility.
has a ship.
If I were to do, we're planning on doing something untoward, and once I got to where it was I was supposed to do that thing, I would do it as quickly as possible and leave as quickly as possible. I certainly wouldn't be staying in a tavern for 3 or 4 days.
Maybe he's waiting for someone.
Someone to join you.
Perhaps he's just an errand boy and that he was sent to fetch this blood for something. And he's not actually going to use it.
Well, I've sent messages out, so if
Is there any way we can get a hold of a ship schedule of incoming or perhaps possible incoming ships that are scheduled to come in?
probably.
I understand
Probably don't know the
that
harbor master deal.
ships just show up without
Sure.
too much warning, but
They probably know, because I mean they need to keep enough people on hand to unload stuff or whatever it is they need to do. So they probably, at least for trade routes, that they would know that.
I'm specifically thinking that perhaps it might be coming from, what's the name of the other continent that the air is on?
Oh, it's on the way on the other side. If that was a ship coming in from there, it would have come in on the port by the capital.
Okay.
I don't think I've actually named that continent.
All right. Okay. It's not America.
No, America.
America. Never mind. So, I think that perhaps it would be a ship that came from there. Yeah, I guess it's time for me to go do my shadowy tracky thingy.
Yeah. Well, at least we should keep an eye on these two over there.
Yes.
Better stick together.
Yes. Let's go visit your school's mage first,
Oh,
and then on our way to that tabard.
all right. Who is my school's mage?
I don't know.
It
Do
was
you have one? here?
no, yeah.
Sigrid?
Wasn't it the Castigan mage? It wasn't that Surgan?
Are you Castigan?
Sugrin?
Am I cast?
I don't think you are.
I don't.
I thought you were something else.
No, that sounds kind of familiar.
I thought you were Castigan. this
It's
whole
quite possible. I just don't remember.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah,
Okay.
that's them.
Yes, Sugrin. Okay. Sugrin is the most connected. Not a big favorite of Cillian. All right. Let's go see Sugrin.
Okay.
I'll let you do the talking since he's a member of your school.
All right.
We may learn all we need to know, or most of what we need to know from them if they have eyes and ears on the ground. We may not
Yeah.
need to bother these other two mages. If it turns out they're just errand boys, then we can send urchins to watch them as opposed to us. We shall see.
Well, and with all you're talking about, like being tracked, I start making sure that as we move around the city,
Sorry.
I'll make sure to kind of like keep an eye on my surroundings, on our surroundings, to make sure nobody's like following us or acting suspicious. You know, no shadows in an alleyway or anything like that.
Make a roll.
Oh boy, my low rolls or my low stats.
Well, no, it'd be perception.
Perception. Do I get hearing for this too, or
Not really.
okay, right, perception. Yeah, that's 16. So
Okay.
Nope.
Coast is clear.
You know what?
A little freaked out by the idea of being tracked by magic, and so
I might
I'm a
actually
little-
do the same. Can I use a streetwise roll
Sure.
for observation? No, observation is
No.
for watching people. So streetwise.
Streetwise.
Wow, 5, 6.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah, you've got some kids watching it.
And they're following us.
They seem that you think so. You're pretty sure you were being stalked.
So someone's using the urchin trick on us. Dang it! He beat us to it. That was a really good idea. Sending urchins. It beat us to it. What kind of a world is this?
It might be nothing.
Do you want me to go talk to him?
No,
No, don't cause a scene with him.
don't cause a scene.
Okay, fair.
Just right now.
I put my mace back
We're
in my...
just on a perfectly innocent errand to go see my fellow Castigan mage.
Right.
Your family in Amana. That's right, you mentioned that.
Oh, I have found it.
yeah.
All right.
All right. So it's like a walled section, like about half of a city block, roughly. Like a little. Yes.
I'm going to drop one of my cards
Oh, okay. All right.
because I can track that.
Oh.
There you go. Okay.
And also make a note of like what these kids look like. I know that they're kids, but now that I'm actively trying to get I don't need distinguishing scars or whatever. I'm just going to put it in my memory
Okay,
banks.
all right.
Like,
I'm sure they're
if I
kids
see
and
them
not
again,
halflings. They're...
You, Oliver Twist, come here.
Right. Excuse me. All right. So it's like this walled area. The wall's high. It's probably about 12 feet high, and there's a like an arch with two doors, and there's two guys that kind of dressed almost like as if they were monks. But your culture doesn't really have monks, but that's kind of what they're dressed like. They're barefoot, and they're wearing robes. Look like they're made of sackcloth with just a simple tie on it. And they have the top of their head is shaved.
Tonsure, I believe. Morning.
Oh, good morning.
Are they guarding this? Do I have to ask for admittance?
That's what they look. It looks like. Yeah, they're on either side of the door. The door is closed.
All right. We've come to see Sugrin.
Oh, you've come for an audience with Sugrin the Wise.
Yes.
Very well. And what is your name?
I'm Tilda Vestergaard.
And have you an appointment this day?
I do not.
Oh, sad days. Let me see if he will see you anyway.
Thank you. I appreciate him making time for another Castigan mage.
Oh, you were among the blessed.
Indeed.
Oh, I'm very honored to be in your presence. And they both bow very deeply. Oh, no, don't. No. We bow.
Okay, I acknowledge bowing.
Okay. And then one of them goes inside, and the other one's sort of like... Just like very like nervously trying not to look awkward.
How's that going?
And he comes back and he says, Sugrin the Wise said that he would see you if you will come with us,
Oh, that's
please.
so kind. Thank you so much.
Okay. And then they lead you in, and this is a cult.
I'm sorry?
This is a cult.
Oh.
Cult?
Very obviously that this guy has set up a cult.
I'm gonna elbow Fade. I'm gonna say, "Are you gonna do that aura thing?" Sure.
Or something like that. I mean, maybe not exactly. Well, no, it's cult. But I mean, he's got like there's people here who like seem to revere him. And no,
Thank
fine. Not what your
No.
mage order is supposed to do.
No.
Hmm.
No. We're very sensible people,
Right.
generally.
And there's a like, sort of like a large building in the center, and he leads you and opens the door, and then you enter in, and there's like almost like an audience room.
Let me ask
And
you
there looks like
this.
there's probably 20 people
Let me ask you this.
that seem to be living here.
On our way in, are there lots of children about?
No,
Okay. And the urchins following us, do they follow us in?
they're outside. No, no, they're outside.
Through the monks.
Okay.
And do I see my quarry here?
Yes, he's here.
All right.
Okay.
Can I approach? Like, is anybody going to prevent me from
No,
approaching?
didn't-
All right.
no, it's like this big, huge open thing, and
Okay.
he's like way on the other end, sitting on a chair, and he's got a desk, and he's sitting there, like looking through, like paging through something. He looks like he's doing majorly things, majory things.
Ensorcel things?
Magish things.
He's engaged in sorcery.
And again, I'll elbow you and be like, "You do the aura thing that you would do." That we have to made us leave the room and whatnot.
See how this goes.
Good morning. And I give, like, the cast again.
Good morning. That's a set of sale.
I roll my eyes at Beagle. Like you guys are like Radagast the Brown. Like all the rest of the wizards are like, well, the Castigans, you know.
Thank you for seeing me on such short notice.
Of course. Please join me. I was about to have tea.
Oh, tea. I drink tea.
All mages drink tea.
Thank you. I'd be delighted.
Well, very well. And your friends, please.
Oh, thank you. Can I introduce us?
Of course.
Okay, I'm Tilda Vestergaard. Over
I'm
from
honored to make your acquaintance.
and yours, and this is Fade Drawlight and Ziegel Beagle.
I say, "Order of the." Oh, never mind.
No.
It is very good to make your acquaintances.
Is this a large echoey room?
Oh,
Lots
yeah.
of people.
Well, there's like someone in the corner, like sweeping. That's about it.
Sugrin, can I ask what you got going on here? It's an interesting facility.
I found it's a very interesting thing. I found myself very short-handed in the good works that I want to do in this city.
Oh, really?
And I started enlisting, and it turns out that people who are willing to help can be very helpful.
And what are the good works that you have planned?
Oh, we have all sorts of good works that we do. We feed the poor.
Yes.
We clothe the poor. Sometimes we house the poor. Some of the poor stay here, in fact.
Well, that sounds like a very noble effort.
Yes, indeed it is. It has been. And we have some financial patrons who also donate a considerable amount of funds to our well-being here as well, and help us to further do the good works that we try to do here in the city of Bologna.
Oh, that sounds like a rather lucrative endeavor.
You know, funny that you mentioned that. The generosity of the people of this city is stunning. It truly is.
You wouldn't think that from a big metropolis like this.
You wouldn't, but it is. I'm amazed. I've had to actually tell people, stop giving me money. We don't have enough to do with the money we have. Please stop. It's amazing. the people of the city have the largest hearts.
Uh-huh. Well, then, that's so nice to hear.
How subtle is my aura casting?
You know what? If you're willing to take a -2 to your skill level for the roll, I will let you like attempt to do it with like a very minimal sort of a hand gesture and like a.
I'm going to do that.
Okay.
You want to stand behind me or something like
Especially
that?
with the look she just gave me.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
This
the
is not normal.
do the
None
thing.
of this is normal.
5, 10. And you said -2, and my majory is 12. So, or my intelligence is 12. So,
And major, so that's a 15. How many points do you have in that in the aura spell? What does it say the level of the aura spell is?
13.
So 11.
Yes.
What'd you roll?
10.
10.
Oh, so you made it.
Yes.
Okay. And it tells you strong emotions, right? And what else? Words on the page.
That you printed up for me.
I did. Grip of a violent emotion. No. He has majory. He is not under any stuff, as far as you can tell. I mean, there's no like. He's not being ensorcelled or mind controlled or anything of that sort. You can get a critical success, so you don't know if he's a werewolf or a vampire or any of those things. So, but no, he's not. He's not violent.
All right.
And let's see. Subject is possessed or controlled in any way, and whether the subject is in the grip of any violent emotion.
So Sugrin, we were advised to come and see. I mean, apart from the delighted meeting a fellow Castigan mage, it's always nice to visit when we travel, isn't it?
So good. Go. Go.
I wonder if we could ask you just a few questions.
Certainly.
Cillian thought you might be able to give us some information.
Oh, okay, sure. I couldn't remember. So.
Okay, I'm like, did I say the wrong name?
Of course, any help I could give to a fellow Castigan, I of course will.
Thank you so much. So we're on kind of a, let's just say a mission, and
While she's talking and explaining what we're doing in the middle of this open room, I'm going to look around to see if anyone is listening, actively listening. Like
Okay.
The person sweeping, is he stop sweeping? Is he moving closer?
Give me a streetwise roll.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
16.
All right.
These are the
Anywho.
magic dice you do.
I know.
That's not much
I
better.
almost killed his character with those dice. I
Yeah,
think.
I remember.
And then you've ruined them. Go ahead.
so we're trying to track a few people who may have done something, not so nice, over in the Imperial Citadel there, And they're mages, yeah, at least one of them is. And I was wondering, if you've seen anybody you kind of think is suspicious come through town. I know it's a big place, but we're looking for somebody, a southerner most like, and he's got an accent from Kazakhstan.
Kazarask.
And he's got a green gem in his staff. You seen anybody like that?
There was a mage that fits that description who spent 2 nights in a tavern near here called the Moldy Tankard.
Oh, yeah.
Clasp you on the shoulder, like excitedly.
Now, he left town 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
I know this because the person I found out about him from arrived on a ship that he departed on 2 days ago.
Interesting. And can I ask who gave you the information about him?
It was a colleague.
Colleague. Another Castigan mage, or
No.
in your other work?
So, he's involved in the organization of good works that I'm in the process.
Yes, the
of
good works. Good works, indeed. So interesting, because I that he left. Do you know, we think he was traveling with a companion. Do you know anything about him?
He was traveling alone.
He was traveling alone.
Yes.
That's so interesting. Thank you. So, like I said, we suspect that the people we're trying to find were engaged in something not so good. Dare I say it, something involving blood magic.
Oh my.
Gotten
That
any
is unfortunate.
Yes. Have you gotten any sense of anything like that coming through town?
No.
No?
No.
Anything else we should be aware of? I mean, I know Cillian did say that you were the person to talk to because you were just the wealth of information. So here we are.
Well, they this mage was mucking around in the old sewer systems.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I do know that. Apart from that, I really don't know much about him.
Okay. Well,
But he did stand out because this colleague of mine said he was wearing a sigil on a small silver emblem about his neck, and he said it was a symbol of a very obscure mage family called the Cod War.
fascinating.
And he brought this to my attention because, as you might already know, that they are engaged in some rather nefarious kinds of magic,
I have heard
which
that, yeah.
which I'm told are extremely powerful, but fraught with danger.
Fraught indeed. Just see if my colleague has anything else we might want to ask you, if you don't mind. Fade?
Was he meeting anyone at the moldy tankard?
I just know that he was staying there. I don't know if he was meeting someone or not. I have no idea.
The moldy tankard is not the nicest of taverns.
It has an unfair reputation.
Why do you say that?
Well, I'm a 25% owner.
You certainly have diverse investments.
I have a lot of good works to
The
support.
good works, yes.
Within the last,
Good works. Good works.
within the last 2 days, perhaps even about when this mage left, were there any important ships that came in?
Important, how do you mean?
Anybody of note? Anybody who might be magic? Anybody of nobility? Any powerful people from other...
Well, the colleague of mine was a mage, but I don't know if I would say that he was influential.
I see. Who's in charge of the urchins about town? Do they work with the Thieves Guild?
I try not to get too involved in certain aspects of Amana culture. That is one of the aspects of Amana culture that I strive to not be involved in, and I would strongly suggest you do the same.
I understand, but in avoiding dealing with them, you must know who is in charge of them.
I don't know who's in charge of them, but there is a sort of a membership, and I would strongly suggest that you not get involved with these people.
I understand. That's none. However, if I were being followed by urchins and mages, who would be the person that would send them after me?
Oh, it could be a number of people.
Do you have some names?
Well,
You don't have to give me names, Stu. Just a list of people, because
he's like, I can give you a name. I'm not going to give you a bunch of names, but I can give you one, and he will give you a name. I would not contact him. He tells you there's a tavern across town. You can find it. You drop his name there, and someone will get a hold of you. That sort of thing.
we're dealing with mages and potential blood magic of the worst kind. Some risks might need to be taken to stop them and track them down. I understand that this is dangerous. I understand in any major city there are people that do nefarious things that don't want to be discovered or talked to, but sometimes money talks, and sometimes dire consequences involve some risk taken.
I understand. Just you are duly warned.
I do appreciate.
This is not like the Capitol.
I completely understand. Trust me, I've been spending a lot of time within them.
The criminal underground here is extremely violent.
That brings me to my last questions, which is, if one were to venture to the sewers, would one venture back out again, or is that what the violent criminals have been holding up?
I do know that this organization, I don't even know what its name is, I do know that they reluctantly use that network.
And you say that this mage with the green crystal was seen coming and going from that network.
Yes.
Is it safe to assume that he is in league with them?
I don't think so.
Could someone come and go from from the sewers
Yes.
without?
Well, they reluctantly use it. It is not. They use it purely for transportation from one place to another, so they can go without being seen. They don't linger down there.
So no operations are happening. They're not conducting any operations down there, just for transport.
Yes, and the impression that I have been left with is that it is not vacant.
Are you familiar at all with the area?
The
there?
tunnels? No. I don't like enclosed
I
places.
don't blame you. I don't.
Oh, it's so beautifully spacious here.
Isn't it indeed? The ceiling is 26 feet high.
I don't say.
Yes. And those rafters are made of teak.
Lovely. Certainly have done
Very
some
weather
good work
resistant.
on those.
Oh yes. It's fine craftsmanship. We have some very talented volunteers here.
Well, thank you for your help. Make sure your wards are strong and watch your back.
I shall. If you need any more help or any more information, I will be glad to help you.
Thank you so much. I do appreciate it.
Don't talk to them. Don't get involved with them. It's not worth it. Find another way.
Okay. Your school certainly attracts. So
I am so ashamed of what he's done. That is just not at all what we are about.
Yeah, things have gone to pot.
well, when all is said and done, he is helping and employing some people.
I don't know that they're allowed to leave.
That's fair.
Anyway, I didn't want to make a fuss because we needed the information. We have other things to do. But
Well, it makes me wonder now that because he never actually opened the door. If the mage with the green crystal isn't in fact the southern-speaking person, it might be someone else.
dude, I mean, so clear. About 2 days ago, he's gone.
And when did he? Okay, we were up and through when he got here. What is it? We were 3 days behind him. 2 days behind him.
Oh yeah, at least.
So he's only got about 2 day head start, right? 4 day head start.
I think 4.
Okay. So he literally came into town, did what he needed to do, and left. If in fact he left. All right. So there's 2 scenarios. He's still here and either made it look like he left, or he actually did leave after having completed his business of gathering the blood.
Well, do we want to check the moldy tankard?
No.
No?
There might
Okay.
be a better way.
Oh, do
But
tell.
I can track the blood again, like I did before, to see if it's actually here in town.
Okay.
And perhaps even, depending on how well I do, get a better idea of where it is. If it's at the moldy tankard, hopefully we can point it.
Right.
If it's underground in the sewers, then we know that it's down there, and we know where our next step would be.
All right.
I would rather do this at Waycliffe's Tower, and I'd rather do this in the comfort and perhaps with some tea in me, and so that I I can make sure that I know.
I'll make us a snack when we get there.
All right, back to the tower
Assuming
then.
Wycliffe doesn't mind his house.
I think last time I track the blood or did I track the?
Use the blood. Is it trace? I don't remember what spell it was. I think it was trace.
I'll look it up. I think so too. Oh, I got all kinds of cool spells that I forget that I had. Why don't I actually look on my character sheet and say spell by spell, which is another option. And so long since I played, I forgot my character.
I have this lengthy description of area knowledge, and I realized I'm like, oh, it's only from where I'm from. That's a no help on the other side of the country.
Yeah, I know. I actually had that as well, and then I was like, I can't. It's not. If we're going to be traveling, it might. Was it?
Well, it was trace.
Is trace and then I also have seeker. That was another one, but I don't remember which one I used. I think it's trace. Seeker attunes the caster to an individual man-made object he is looking for. I think I used seeker, and I think I was tracking the wineskin.
I'm now drunk off of the smell of your hand sanitizer.
Oh yeah, that's the. I got that during the shortage of isopropyl alcohol, so it's made out of like, I don't know, 100 proof vodka or 200 proof vodka or something. Although it does say on there not to drink it because they mix a little bit of some other kind of alcohol with it, so like it'll make you either go blind or die. That was trace or seeker?
That was seeker. Trace is just maybe cast on any object or living being as long as the spell is maintained. The caster will know where that subject is.
Oh, okay, that's different. So yeah, maybe it was seeker.
I remember now because it's cost per 3 and there's 1 try per week.
Okay,
So
that's right. It was expensive. I remember that.
So I'm gonna, but that's why I want to get myself in Wycliffe's tower and,
Okay.
and make sure that I'm quiet and calm and hopefully build in an extra success
Okay.
instead of just doing it out on the road.
Right. Got it.
Okay?
All right. So you're gonna go back to the tower.
Yes.
Oh, would you like some tea? I'm here.
I would love some tea. I'm going to cast the Seeker. And we're going to. I need quiet, and I need to try to concentrate because this is.
You
a very
can use
tricky
my
spell.
tower if you would like.
Thank you. That would be very helpful. Do I get any bonuses for being in a nice?
I'll give you a
place?
+1.
Okay, I'm going to need it.
You know what? He's got a
Power stone?
monostone up there.
Oh. Does it? Well, that just means I don't take the 3 points. Does it help me with? All right. We'll see.
No, I'll give you +1 too.
So it's a +2.
No, +1. I'll give you +1 for that, and then well, it depends. I don't know. It depends how good of a guest you are, whether or not you use the
Prerequisite. Major one.
I know he already has kind of a preconceived notion about you, so I know what he's going to expect.
I
you're
try
gonna
to
do.
apologize and explain our mission to him, but hopefully turn that around because clearly we're dealing with nefarious people. So
Okay.
having explained myself. All right, here we go. You guys ready?
Yes. Stork is going to cast a spell.
11, and I needed a 12.
Well, I give you a +1.
I
so it
needed
gives you-
13. No, I needed a
your skill level goes up by 1.
right. So it said.
So 13. So you made it by 2.
Let me actually check on my character sheet to see what it is I needed to cast. It would really help if I put these in order. Seeker, 13 is what I needed. So you get to 14 is what it.
Oh,
would
so
have
you made it
given.
by 3.
So I made it by 3.
Okay. How much power are you taking off this monostone?
I'm not going to take any because we're okay.
Okay.
I can recover it. It's only 3
All right.
to cast the spell.
So, and that. Let me see the spell description real quick. And you're casting this on the wine. No, you don't have the wine skin. I think you had a sample of the blood.
Oh, that's right. We did. Yeah.
They were able to get a little blood out of either the body or
That's
scrape
right.
it off
It
the
was.
ground.
That's
it
what
was
we
the
did.
blood.
So it's on the blood.
Okay. Make a fright check. This is a will roll.
Right. I think I have a fright check here somewhere.
It's will.
All right.
Unless you,
It's
I
12.
don't think you can buy it up.
4, 5, 6.
So you made it by.
My fright is 12, so I made it
You
by
made it by
6.
6. Okay. All right. Okay. He you hear like a ah! coming from the tower. Wherever it was extremely dark. Around where what you're looking at, you can see that there are like little rivers of that black tar stuff. And you can see like heads coming out and going back in, like popping up here and there. And it's all seems to kind of be feeding towards like some sort of center structure, which is also this does not look like any place that you've seen. In fact, it's kind of blurry because your brain is having trouble understanding what it is you're looking at.
So
And
it's not inside like a castle. There's no stone walls. This is like
no,
some.
no. It's like you don't know where this is.
Okay.
It's dark. You know that.
It's clearly some other plane.
There is some kind of light source that you can't see. There's no sun in the sky, but you can still kind of see what's there. This tar stuff is around, and there's some sort of structure in the distance. It looks more like kind of like a pyramid, but sort of elongated, like an obelisk almost. And it's also black, and I mean the sky is starless.
So this tracks the blood, and the blood is now somewhere else.
It's there. Wherever that is, that's where the blood
In that pyramid.
Yes.
I understand you said there were heads and things popping out of the tar. Are there figures moving about on the pyramid? Can I get closer to see?
No. You just get like a flash of this image, and then you're like, no, because it's really hard for you to concentrate on what you're seeing. It's blurry and it keeps shifting. Like the obelisk is there, and now it's over here, and sometimes it's over here, and like when you try to focus on it, then it like splits. It's like something is wrong about this place that your brain is not able to piece together correctly.
Okay. I'm going to come downstairs. I'm going to embellish a little bit on this.
Okay.
There's going to be frost on my hair and clothes, and I'm going to be clutching my clothing around me and think, wine. Give me wine.
Oh.
He pours a cup, and I grab the bottle and drink.
Cheers.
Hey,
Clink.
what happened?
I'll describe what I saw.
Okay.
So, the blood, as best I can tell, is the blood has been used, and I was staring at the abysmal plain, and that tar that we saw up north is everywhere, and I don't ever want to see that again. But we might perhaps be too late, for I think the blood has been used for its purpose. Why else would it be there? So something else is here. That's all I can assume. It didn't tell me where the blood is. It did tell me where the blood is, but it's not here anymore. I look at does that description mean anything to you? A plain full of tar and shapeless forms with a pyramid? Do you have anything in your library that explains other planes?
I could do some research if you would like.
Yes. Perhaps the library. Do you have a way to get there?
I can use what's her name? Cillian. Cillian will let me use her mirror.
I suspect it's only going to confirm what we already know, which is the blood has already been used. But I'm curious to find out what it would have brought over.
Well, who's to say? I mean, if we know where that place is, that might inform the answers to your question. Right now, we're just in the dark.
We've been in the dark this whole time. I mean, I know more, but it just creates more questions.
I can, if you'd like, I can go to the library of the Trevisail and see if I can find anything out for you.
I think that would be wise. We just need some more information. I don't want to leave yet. I'm going to go by the tavern and see if we can't.
Very well.
figure out more about these mages that are there. It's interesting because the Castigan mage claimed that the person with the gem has left town 2 days ago. So whoever Ziegel talked to
Wasn't him.
was either him pretending that he wasn't there, or it was someone else.
Well, I would find out who was in what's in that room, because if it's someone else, or if he's not there or something, then it tells you that Sugrin was telling the truth.
Also-
I've not known him to lie. There are crimes I would accuse him of lying, isn't there?
And how?
Our visit also was a bit of a stonewall. I've been trailed by urchins throughout the day, and he said that the person that was perhaps in charge of those urchins, I don't want to talk to or know anything about. He didn't give me a name. Do you know the name?
No, he gave you a name.
Or he gave me a name of somebody that would tell me who that
Yes.
was.
Yeah, getting involved with the crime syndicate here is a kind of a touchy thing. It's hard to undo.
I don't want to get involved with the crime syndicate. However, if the crime syndicate is involved in blood magic and they don't know it, we could perhaps turn it about on them. If they're being used by these mages for nefarious purposes, they may not know it. And if they willingly go into it, then we're in deeper trouble than just them being nasty characters.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you could. It's hard to unring that bell.
He did claim that this green gemmed mage was seen coming and going from the sewers.
They would know.
Yeah. None of this bodes well. All right.
Well, I'll head up to the skipping mirror and see what I can find out about this vision that you have.
Please be careful.
Of course.
Watch your back. We were tracked by urchins, and we were tracked when we left here, so they may track you as well.
Very well.
Sorry to bring pressure upon your house. Perhaps they're just curious.
It could be. He grabs a little box off the shelf, opens it up, makes sure his little orb is there, and walks his way out the door.
All right, Ziegel. I guess you show us the way to your tavern.
Yep. And as we walk over, do we want to formulate a plan on how we're going to do this? You know?
Well, I was at first just going to do a detect magic spell to see
Okay.
if there's somebody. I can't imagine that magic is very strong around the docks anyway. So
Yeah,
if
sure.
there's somebody of magic, especially if that staff is there, we will at least know. But
Yeah,
I'd rather
well,
do
okay.
that once we get nearer to the tavern.
Sure.
So, if our wayward mages are there, I'm hoping that a detect magic spell will let us know that they are there.
Sure.
From there, hopefully I can try finding other things. There's I have an identify spell, which I haven't identified yet, so let me look that up too.
What is it? You've got like images of the past or whatever it is where you look at the reflection and,
Oh, you do have that spell.
I do have
you
that
know,
spell.
if there's a window or a mirror that you can catch a reflection on or something like
right,
that. You know?
if we can get into their rooms or whatever.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
it's possible.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll lead the way, and again, discuss with you on the way, like how you want to do it. Do you want me to, want me to go in first and knock on some doors or something like that, see if they're home?
Not yet. I'm going to see if they're home from a safe distance.
Okay. So I'll lead you to an alleyway that's, maybe a couple of doors down from the moldy tankard, and I'll call you in there, and we'll kind of like. I'll say, all right, here you go. It's that building over there, and I point to the door. I say, is this close enough for you to do what you got to do?
Yes. Okay, so I didn't actually use the monostone, so now I'm going to cast other spells. What a fool I was.
Oh, no.
How much? What's that basic magic? How many points do I have to start with here?
Your health. Is it your health? Yeah, it's your health now. Used to be your strength. But it's health.
Okay. So 10. All right. So I want to cast Detect Magic to see if there's anything magic in them.
Okay.
Detect. And I got 12.
And what is your skill level with it?
13.
Okay. All right. And what you have the sheet for the spell?
I did. Magic, second one up. Pull this out.
Okay, this is for an object. That to determine if an object is magical. If it's successful, a second casting will tell a subject if it's temporary or permanent. Critical success tells you what it does. So this is not the spell you're looking for. You're just like you just want to use mage sight or something.
Maybe.
Right?
Are we at the tavern now?
Yes,
We're a few doors down. Yeah, I led us to an alleyway, just a few doors down from the tavern. So we're not right on top of them.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, strike that. If that's for an object, I mean, but is it from a distance, or do I have to touch the object? Because if that green staff is,
it's a regular. That's a regular spell, which means you have to touch it. If you're not touching it, there's like a one.
Then
minus
never
one
mind. What uses detect magic? You can't actually detect magic without touching a
in the magic
looking thing. And if you pick up a magic staff and look at it, you pretty much know it's a
if
magic
you go
staff.
upstairs and go to the door and cast it on the door, you'll know if the door has
If the
wards
door's
on it.
warded, yeah.
Okay. What about sense foes? In this busy city?
foes all about.
Foes all about. So it tells the caster subject if the subject has hostile intent. I should have cast that originally on all these people instead of aura. And to what degree the hostility is can be cast on one person or a whole area. If cast on an area, the spell will only detect that someone is hostile without telling who.
Okay. You can cast it on an area.
Let's try that. I'm going to cast it on the tavern,
Okay.
and let's see what that tells us.
Okay.
So that's a much better roll. 6.
What's your skill level?
Let
Let me see the description of the spell real quick. Thank you. What is your skill level?
I'm looking it up. So much paper shuffling. $13.
Okay, I'm going to say it's going to cost you to cover the tavern. Mm-hmm. It's going to cost you about 4. So that's an area spell.
Boy.
I'm down 7 in my health.
Well, that's not actually like hit points. It's based on that same number, but it's a different track. It's not.
Okay.
You're not dying.
And I had a lot of successes.
There is no one there that with a hostile intent. Well, there's one guy there who might steal your wallet.
Okay. Well, they may or may not be here. Just show us to these doors.
Okay, all right.
I need to get some food. And
Okay, well, unfortunately, there's a tavern right there. I'm going to buy you a chicken leg or something.
yes.
A pie.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, then, we'll stop at the tavern. That'll be perfect because that'll sort of be our guise, is that we're just folks, looking for something to eat.
There you go.
Yeah.
Why don't you, while I'm eating this, ask around and see if they checked out?
Yeah. I'll see if is that regular that I spoke to still there? Mm-hmm. Oh, I'll check in with him and I'll say, hey, I'm back. Hope you enjoyed that meal that I got you last time. Having to remember. And I ask, are those mages still up there in room 6 and 7?
Well, I think they're still up there. They haven't come out in a couple days.
Huh. All right. Maybe I got a little overconfident with that roll. I'll say, all right, that's fine. And I'll kind of, did you have anybody come and... Remembering the conversation that I had with Fate earlier,
right?
Have anybody come and visit them while they were up there or staying here?
No, I know of.
Okay, all right.
I mean, people go up there.
Yeah.
I don't ask their business, but
That's fair. All right, I will go back to our table. If you're sitting down to a meal, I'll say, all right, well, my source over there says that they haven't left, and nobody's come and visit them over the past few days that they've been here. So I'm going to go upstairs and maybe knock on that door.
Oh, wow.
See if they can. Well, no, listen. Like I said, I can just make an excuse. I'm looking for a friend, and I knocked on the wrong door.
Siegel, you don't want to touch the door, hun. Not until Fade checks it out.
I give a shrug. I'm like, oh, all right. And let's say I'll order like a chicken. So I'll just grab a piece of that chicken and start like munching impatiently, loudly.
Tear off a breast.
Pushing the holes in my cheeks to make sure that the food doesn't spill out.
I think you only have one hole in
One hole.
cheek.
That's right. One.
Oh my god.
Putting a hand like
Right.
right there, so
You just
none of the food comes
tilt
out.
your head so the hole's on
No,
top.
right there you go.
What is this spell that I want to use? Is it visions of the past?
Pour water through the hole whenever I want to.
There was echoes of the past
And visions of the past,
Yeah.
right? And I can't seem to find the paper.
or
for-
reflections. I don't remember.
Something like that. Yeah. I remember. What was it? It was like on a
Actually had to
shield
look at-
hanging in the room or
You
something.
had to look into something.
Yeah, reflective. Yeah. That helped us out a lot last time.
Yeah, I did. I think that's just echoes of the past. I thought there was a visions of the past too. Where
Did
Yeah.
you look at shadows or reflections of the past?
images of the past.
There
you
we go.
So if this is still H-I-J-H-I, identify echoes of the past. I don't know where my piece of paper went for it. We'll have to look it up in the actual book.
You have the book?
I do.
Okay. So
I have all of the books ever. Here.
I was going to say you could use the book to look it up.
Well, I'm gonna while we're doing that.
I have two of them sitting here.
Okay. I need to figure
Images,
out.
right?
Yes. I need to figure out how much it costs for me to cast it. Oy. Oh, it's four. Okay. Uh-huh.
Images of the past, page 107.
That's only if there's a mirror or something reflective out in the hallway.
Cost 3 to cast. Lasts a minute. The magnitude of the time modifier is added to the cost, so the spell costs 3 for within a minute, but would cost 8 from 4 to 40 days.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking if we can get into that room, that'd probably be the better place to cast it so we can see what was going on in there.
I can't. I just don't have the points right now. It would
Oh,
kill me
man.
to cast that spell.
Well, you
right
get
now.
Yeah.
for sitting here eating and getting your thing, you can have 1 point back. It's better than just sticking in the eye.
Can I help him at all?
What is it? Lend.
I've got Lend Vitality and Lend Energy. I don't remember which is which.
I think it would be lend. Well, no, lend energy. Lend energy.
That's
Yeah, I think that's what you did last time.
Lendergy?
Lend
Lendergy restores the subject's fatigue. Yeah, that's what you want.
Okay.
At an energy cost to the caster, cannot increase the subject's FP score above normal. Any amount the energy spent by the caster goes to the subject as restored fatigue. Casting this is not reduced by high skill levels. So,
It's basically a 1-for-1.
yep.
Shall I do that now?
Sure.
Okay.
Anything we have will help.
So I'll say it'll cost like, well, we'll get. We're not where you need to be yet. So.
8.
All right. So that heals me up. Or no.
How
that
many
was
points?
I have, what is it? Energy, I have 14 on that one.
Okay, so you made it.
Yeah.
How many points of energy are going to lend him?
Oh, how much does he need? I'm not using
cast.
mine.
6.
Can I give him some?
You can give him all of them if you want, but then you're out.
Is it from her health? Is that it's coming from?
It's from
Her
her.
fatigue,
It's from
right?
her fatigue. Okay, this is your fatigue
Right.
Yeah.
or your mana, whatever you want to call it.
How many fatigue points do you have? Tilda?
It's whatever your health is.
FP,
unless you
it's
have
10.
health, so-
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give him everything. Feeling magnanimous.
Well, you probably want to save a point,
Okay,
so you're not.
I only need
Well,
6.
I mean, you
That'll
only need
leave
6, so
you-
That's right.
that'd leave you with 4.
6,
so-
okay.
That's
Right.
right.
Okay, so that brings me back up to full.
Now you need a meal.
Okay. Thank you.
Happy to help.
Let's go carefully.
I'll lead you up
Did
there.
you go up to that hallway?
No. I decided to wait.
I told him to wait.
Yeah, she told me to wait.
Let's be clear.
I decided to wait. No, she told me to wait.
I really know. Do we have anything that will look through doors?
Well, you can do detect magic on the door for the wards, and then we'll see what we're dealing with, and then we can know
You
if we can go
you
into
get
the room.
a door looking through specialist right here.
Yeah.
Right? I actually have some sneaky skills. I have detective
I
work
can't just
skills.
try to touch the door and see what happens. If nothing happens, then,
I prefer not to use you.
Okay, that's fair.
Fashion.
I can be your conduit for magical energy. Magical door-busting energy.
I can pick
Light
the
you
lock.
up.
Oh, sure.
I can pick the lock.
Fair.
It's okay.
Is there a window? Like if we were to go outside the building?
Yep.
I mean, this is on, like, an upper floor, though,
Yep.
right? So I'd have to, like, scale the side of a building,
Probably
too.
got 2 windows. Probably got one on one because he's in the corner. He's got
Yeah.
one on one side, one on the other.
Is there, like, an alleyway adjacent window?
Sure.
Oh. Should I try to look through the window? Try to scale a wall and kind of take a peek? I don't know how discreet I can be. I'm not wearing the armor, at least.
People who are impulsive don't ask permission.
That's true. That's true. Maybe I'll walk you up there. I'll show you where the doors are, and I'll be like, hey, while you do your thing, I'll be right back. I'm kind of just gonna like before you can say a word in edgewise, I just
And that's
make my
fine.
way back down the
That's
stairs.
fine because I'm fascinated about this hallway. Are there any mirrors or anything in this hallway? Or shiny vases? Or...
There's probably a window on each end, so
Okay.
there is a reflective surface. If you get the right angle, you probably.
So keen hearing, what does that do for me? How does that work?
It's actually several different spells.
I
Stuart.
know, and that's why I got confused. Originally, I thought, oh, this will just tell me how much my hearing improves.
Keen vision,
But it
keen
doesn't.
hearing, and keen taste, smell, but variants are possible for unusual methods of perception, such as detect, scanning, sense, blah, blah, blah. Just gives you a +1. It's for every point up to a maximum of 5, it gives you a +1 to your ability to,
Here.
yeah. So, like, if
smell or
your
see.
perception gets a bonus
Go lick the door.
It's just your perception.
for 30 minutes.
I see.
Now that you're topped off, you're looking at all your spells.
No, I'm trying to figure out if I can hear if there's anybody in those rooms before we bust through the doors.
Sure.
That's,
Well, you
I'm
have a
just-
certain amount of time before that will be moved.
It's gonna take me about a minute or two to walk
Well,
down to around the corner.
I really wouldn't be going through my spell list like this. I would know what I have memorized. But
Yeah,
I know
yeah, yeah.
Stork doesn't
Yeah.
remember what he had memorized. So what I'm trying to do is find a spell that I can before. Yeah, that's. Do you have anything?
No, nothing useful at all, other than helping you. You're welcome.
Thank you. I wasn't judging. I was hoping it was like, oh
Again,
yeah.
is
oh, yeah.
anybody ill?
I have see-through
Or hurt?
doors.
Does any horse need driven?
All right, I'll cast the
I have a
detect
very
magic
specific skill set.
On the door?
On the door.
On the
To
door.
see if it's warded or
to see if it's
Good.
warded. That's
All right.
at least
This is
something
what
that I can do for now.
Right. Well, how much does that cost you?
2.
Okay. Make a climbing roll. Are you going to climb up?
Yeah, I'm gonna like walk out the door, go to the alley, see if I can scope the window, and then just start scaling the wall,
Okay.
hopefully out of the public view. Is that a strength check?
Yeah,
Or dex?
probably. I would say probably strength.
Strength, okay. Got a 12. Okay.
I needed a 13 and I rolled a 13.
Okay, then you succeeded. Exactly.
Yes.
There does seem to be a ward on the door. There is a spell on the door.
Is it strong, like new, or is it residual?
No, well, it's active.
Okay.
Okay, 11 out of 12, and here's hoping there's no ward on the window.
Okay, so you climb. Now you're going to go to the one that talked to you, right? That window.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. You get up there.
I'm kind of just gonna, just hold on to something, peek over the sill, try to be as discreet as I can.
There's a bed. no one made it.
No one's in it.
No one's in it.
Isn't it? Okay.
There's a chair, and it's like cocked up against the doorknob.
Okay. Oh, that's a ward? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's the ward.
I didn't know I knew magic.
I kid. So, okay.
And there's like some sort of crystal sitting on the table, like this like a little end table that's next to the bed that's been moved. There's a little crystal ball, and there's a little face inside of it, and it's looking at you and says,
What?
"Get away, boy."
I'm impulsive, I'm oblivious, I'm greedy, and I'm overconfident. And I certainly don't like being called boy.
Nothing. I say to her, well, the door is definitely warded. I don't know. I didn't succeed well enough to know if it's a dangerous ward or if it's just a warning spell.
But there's nobody in there? Just the
And
orb with the face?
Do I hear from the other
Yeah,
side of the
yeah.
door?
You hear...
Good morning,
Yeah,
boy.
Yeah, you did hear that.
What the?
Well, you might think it's talking to you.
Yeah.
I have a cloak.
Okay.
I wrap my hand around the cloak, and I break the window.
Okay, you hear broken glass.
What is he doing?
Start, trying to open the window.
Okay.
Does the face, react?
It's like looking at you.
Looking at me? Do I make it
Get
in?
out of here!
Do I make it in?
Sure.
I put my hand in my cloak and I scoop up the crystal. Okay, and I'm going to wrap that up in my cloak. I start looking around the room real quick. I hastily scan the room. Is there anything else that I see? Or is it pretty straightforward?
Everything, that looks like that is the only thing that got left here.
Okay. Clutching it, you hear scuffling inside there, and the voice kind of I'm like,
Zeal.
and I go over to the chair propping the door, and I just kick the chair away.
Okay.
Carefully, I hesitate for a second, and then I kick it away.
Okay.
No magic bursts of energy.
You haven't said anything.
I haven't said anything yet. No. I don't
double
want to.
check.
I don't want to yell anything at him like, "Hey, there's a crystal in here." I'm not going to do anything like that. So I kick the door.
Okay.
I kick the chair out of the way. Does the door swing open or anything
No,
like that?
it's latched.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to get ready then. I'm getting out my. What do I have? I'm getting out my staff.
I got a staff too.
Because somebody's apparently like, get away from there, boy, and they're scuffling in the room.
Yeah,
So clearly, and somebody's struggling towards the door.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to back away down the hallway and get ready to.
I'm going to open the door from the inside.
Okay. The door opens up. Are you going to wait to see who it is, or are you going to attack?
I'm going to wait to see who it is.
And then I'm gonna again bundle this thing up so hopefully nobody can hear it.
It's
and I'm gonna
moving.
peek out.
It's trying to
the
move.
thing is moving inside the orb
Yes.
is moving inside me. Inside the cloak.
You can feel like struggling.
Okay, I go shh 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 as I peek around the corner and you see my head pop out.
you piece of shit!
Wrap it around some more. And I didn't recognize the face, right?
No,
Okay.
it does not look human.
I look around at the corridor. You see my head pop out? Do I see you there?
Yeah.
I gesture you into the room real quick.
Say it all!
What did you do?
And I usher you in. I summon you into the room, and if you come in, close the door, and then I take the I unraveled. I keep it in the cloak. I unravel a little bit of it so you can see what's in there.
Fuck you!
And I close it back up. Close it back up. What is this thing?
Except it's pitched really hard.
Is this what is this? What?
You have no idea. It looks like a tiny little like red monkey with horns inside of a glass ball.
I know exactly what that is, don't I?
I don't know.
That's an imp that is trapped inside a. Well,
It
you
could
know
be.
what? I have an identify spell that I can now use after trashing it for being stupid. Of course we know it's magic. Why would I want to... Right? Isn't that what we were just talking about? Identify. Identifies the spells. No, it's not. It would be detect
It's
magic.
the detect magic. Right.
Is that the one? Will it tell me what it is?
A detect magic. The first time you cast it tells you if the thing's magical. You already know that,
Right.
obviously. So the second time you'd cast it tells you if it's permanent or if it's temporary. And if you get a critical success, it tells you what spells were used specifically. It's not a super useful spell. There really aren't for figuring out enchantments. Steve Jackson really wants you to test things out rather than just know what they do, because he obviously finds that more entertaining for the GM.
Yes. So I have to like wrestle with it or have persuasion or something, right? Persuade it that it wants to work with us.
Well, it'll. I mean,
Doesn't sound very friendly.
if you know anything about things from the demonic realms, you do know that they will bargain.
So many spells, so many spells.
And just
So little
bundled
time.
up in the cloak, is this something that's going to attract anybody's attention outside?
Well, you can still understand what it's saying,
Okay.
and it's cussing you out right now.
I'm going to pretend that I'm talking to it. Like, all right, well, listen, I know I owe you money, so if anybody's, like, standing out there,
Okay.
they think we're just having, like, some sort of, you know, I owe you money. Yeah, I know that was your sister. Yeah, well, I know your dog wasn't knowing so well, but, you know, just come up with one detail after another.
Riffing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I have to. I
It's
have to
all
look
good.
some of these things up. This is
all
just going
And,
to take
and
time.
Fade will
Oh
know
my God.
that this thing got the briefest glimpse of him, and it is insulting everything it can remember about his appearance. Everything. And it like picked up on all like little things like the little wart on the side of his nose. It's been talking about that and how he got it, and it's amazing. It is just amazing.
How observant this creature is. This thing is in the orb.
And it's just rattling it off. And it's not using that deep voice anymore. It's using
gonna-
its
I'm gonna
voice
get-
is kind of up here.
Oh,
Get
okay.
an amused smile. I was just like, well, no wonder he left it behind.
yeah. Like, I can only improvise so much before we
You guys,
start catching
I'm
people's
assuming
attention.
You guys are in. Are you guys still
Yeah.
in the room?
We're in
Yeah,
I'm assuming-
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Good work. We should probably check the other room because although you heard snoring in there, right?
All right, snoring in there. Might be another one of these things snoring.
Yeah, I think they're just here to throw us off.
Yeah. Is there a pillow in this room?
Yes.
I'm gonna wrap the thing up in a pillow to try to smother the noise even
That
more.
helps. It
Okay,
does
great,
help.
awesome. Okay, great. All right. Well, I'm all for checking the other room. You want me to check the other room? I bet you there's another window on the other side that I can smash through.
Sure. You seem to be very.
All right, I
very
pass
excited
my
about
cloak
this.
over. I hold on. No, I don't. I pass the pillow with the thing with the bundled up orb over. I start climbing down the other window. Then I realize that I can actually just go down the hall, go out the door, go out the hall.
Yeah.
And just ride it straight across.
Yeah, and then I'll, well, you know what? I'll go to the other window anyway and kind of like take a peek there too. Climb
Okay.
up there and take a peek there too. So that's another strength check.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh boy, 8 out of 12. So yeah, same thing. Look at the window. Look at the sill.
In this room, there's a skull sitting on top of the
The table
pillow.
that's sort of been
No,
slowed to the pillow. Uh-huh.
The door's jammed with the thing again.
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
There's a skull sitting there, and the skull's going. And the mouth opens up when it does that.
You know what? I'm going to take a chance to do the same thing. Wrap my hand in my cloak, smash that window, make my way in.
Okay.
And then, now that I kind of know about that other thing, I'm going to dive for that skull and like wrap it up in the pillow.
Okay.
If I can.
It's still snoring.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll wrap it up in the pillow anyway. And then I will dispel the chair from the door.
Okay.
And I will open the door. Same thing. Same thing.
Spelling words is not that hard.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. I don't know what the big deal is. If I'd known I was as good at magic, I would have chosen another vocation or something. Anyway, and then while you were wrestling with the orb, with the imp in it, I'll open the door again and I'll come in with the other pillow. You know, that's no
We all
snoring.
jump.
That's not snoring. Wait a minute. Wait. Before that, no. And then I go back to the other room and I sweep the other room just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Did I miss anything?
No.
Okay. Then I go back. So now, well, we got these 2 things in pillows. Now, what are we gonna do with these things? We're gonna take them over to
what you
Wycliffe.
got in that one?
I
What's in
open
the-
it up and it's the snoring skull. Like, do this. The head is kind of like flapping, like, you know, backwards as it snores.
This one's not as rude.
Yeah. Right. So it seems like it might actually be kind of useful.
So I think I'd like to cast that on the imp. Will that tell me what and where and who? It's an analyze magic spell, not just a detect.
Even
magic
better.
spell.
Yes.
There we go.
Cost 8 to cast, takes an hour. It will tell you the least most powerful spell that's on the thing first.
All right, so we're going to take this back to Wycliffe's.
Wycliffe's Tower.
Yeah,
Sure.
And then we can maybe do it over the course of days, but that way at least I have tea and food and not in the middle of a tavern to do this.
And we have something that
Ooh, you can
belonged
only
to
do it
those.
once on an object.
So if I fail,
Okay.
I
if you
can't.
fail, you can't. You're done.
But if
Okay.
I succeed, I can cast
You will
more.
know the least powerful spell on it
Okay.
first.
But
Right.
also, I think we can safely assume that these belong to those mages.
Mm-hmm.
So does that help us
Yes.
track?
Because they touched them. So yes. But
Okay.
again, that's all going to take more power than I have right now.
Sure,
even
yeah.
Even though she helped me out.
I
Okay.
built you up.
Well, I think we go back to the tower and we start
All right.
getting ready to analyze the bejesus out of these things.
And it's possible that is it Wycliffe?
Wycliffe, I think his name.
He
is
might
Wycliffe.
have the same spells.
Sure,
Part of
so
the
we
same
can
school.
double the
Might
effort.
be muted.
Be able to help.
Storkus.
Nope. It's up. It's right there.
Okay, all right, good. All right, good.
Are they complaining in the chat room?
No.
Sorry. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Okay. With Imp securely bundled in pillow,
Yes.
I'll shove it into my bag so that it stays all wrapped up.
So the inn doesn't know that we're stealing pillows.
You have a good point. They charge us.
I'll put my credit card down for the incidentals. No.
$80 for a pillow.
All right. I have one other spell that also costs 5. See Secrets. It's short. It causes hidden items, doors, traps, etc. to stand out to the subject's vision. The spell works only on things that were deliberately hidden.
Sure.
Not lost.
So you're gonna get in the room and try it? Or?
Yeah, we're I'm in the room with the imp was, and I'm going
Right.
to cast this because since we're going back anyway, I can use up 5 more points. That'll take me to 8, and see if there was anything else deliberately hidden. In
Okay.
11 and 12, which is success. What is it? See Secrets?
I think it was Sea Secrets. Yeah.
14 is what I needed, so I
So
got
you
it
made by 2.
2.
Okay. All right. You're looking around, and there is a in the corner. There is some kind of enchantment. You're not sure exactly what it does, but it's been warded so it would resist, detect magic. But they're in the. If it were you, you would put something where you could see what was happening in the room. It's like up in a corner,
Like a camera.
which gives
It's
you
like,
a perfect.
Magical CCTV.
We'll leave it there.
Oh! Literally, from their point of view, it's me looking up at the camera going,
That might be
Yeah.
Fade.
right.
Actually, fade.
scene.
Fade. Fade on fade. All right. Thank you for watching. What we said was session 6.
Session 6,
We've
yeah.
got in 2 weeks for session 7, and it looks like we'll run either through the next one or the one after that, which would be session 8, if I can count right.
Yep.
And then fair starts, and I think we can conclude in 2 sessions.
Okay.
Which does bring up a point. If those of you who are coming to Southern California or are
That's
in the Southern
right.
California area, come and see us at Renaissance Fair.
Yes.
The Renaissance Pleasure Fair, RenFair with no e.com/SoCal.
Many
SOCAL.
of us are out there. Kadave will be out there.
We're out there.
We're out
Jose,
there. Yeah.
formerly
Jose will be out there with the Country Garden Dancers. Yeah.
And as far as we know, barring any catastrophic things, we can say this now, fair is happening.
Yep.
Yeah, 7 weekends starting April 7th, I believe.
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
Yeah, it starts the second Saturday of
Second Saturday
of
and
April.
runs for 7 weekends. So
And
it
we
wraps
start-
up the weekend before Memorial
And
Day.
we start building in 3 weeks. All right. Well, thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah,
And we'll
thank
see
you,
next
everybody.
time.
The preceding program has been a presentation of the Angry Folk Media Empire.